Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. Glad to have you guys join me tonight. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. It's the joys of kind of throwing kids in bed and trying to get us started right on time. Can be a little tricky, and they may make some noise while we sit here for a few minutes as well. As we get started tonight, we are going to, let's see, I'm trying to get something. Well, as we get started tonight, we're going to cover babies first, and then we can go wherever your questions want. Make sure that you enter whatever questions you want into the chat window, and I will try to highlight them so that I can find them, and you'll see them pop up as we chat about them as well. This is kind of new. We've used it for a couple weeks, but I think it's kind of fun for most of us to be able to have a live chat the whole time that we're going. Especially if I've got more questions that correspond to your questions, it's very easy for me to ask them versus not necessarily knowing where you're from or what I need to kind of give you the full answer. In terms of baby stuff, the biggest questions that I get from folks are diapers and formula. And this weekend, I was teaching a class up in Tennessee and actually met a mama who had a young baby who didn't even know what formula checks were. So she was feeding on formula, feeding with formula, but wasn't taking advantage of just everything that's out there. So kind of thought we would cover some of the basics on that. With formula, let's just go there. I'm not a formula parent, so I won't tell you I'm an expert on finding formula deals. I've actually never had to purchase any, and I'm pregnant with my 5th child. But I know for a lot of folks, it's where you end up. It's just something happened. Everybody has a story. So how do we save on it? It's a drugstore purchase, hands down. The drugstores put it on sale when they put diapers on sale. So it'll be in a buy $30 worth of baby gear, get a $10 reward, and that formula will be part of it. And really that formula is the reward. Just buy the formula, you're gonna get the $10 reward. So I don't have to buy a ton of it. But I can pair in coupons with that. I can pair in formula checks with that. And in the end, I'm going to get a really inexpensive container of formula compared to the regular price. It is going to be name brand. They're not going to throw in house brands into this. So we're talking Enfamil or Similac, sometimes Gerber Good Start. But it's going to rotate between the 3 major brands. And you're going to need to pick from those. In terms of formula checks, if you've never gotten these come straight from the manufacturers, and it's really from you signing up for those freebies that they offer. You know, when you have the baby and you're in the hospital and they give you that little backpack that's super nice of the formula companies to give you, send in the cards that come with those, or you can sign up online for Enfamil's Family Beginnings program. That is going to get you signed up for formula checks, but take this another step further, because grandmas can sign up and aunts and uncles can sign up. So it's not just you. It needs to be an extended family helping you to get this savings. And I mean, grandparents is even a checkbox. It's not something where they're gonna have to fib in any of this. It's definitely an option for them. I'm a grandparent. Please send me formula checks. So do that. And while you're at it, while you're signing up for things, don't forget about the baby clubs that are at the various grocery stores. Publix has an amazing baby club. I mean, they send you coupons for $1 off milk, $1 off meat, $1 off produce with your baby club. And that's online. So you go to Publix.com, you sign up for the baby club while you're there. Winn-Dixie has a baby club. They don't send coupons very often, but they do have extra sales and discounts throughout the store. And a couple other grocery stores will also have that incentive. And then Target. Target, in a way, we're going to say they have a baby club. If you register for a new baby, like we're on number 5 for us. I don't need to register. We're about to have our 5th girl. I have everything girl related that I could possibly need. But if I create a registry through Target, that is going to generate Target home mailers on baby gear. And it's the same for Target bridal registries. So being part of the registry system in Target and Babies R Us and whatnot, it's just getting you on the mailing list, and it's a good thing to do. So I would encourage you, even if you know what, I am not having any showers, just get on the registry anyway, even if nobody buys you a single thing on it, you've gotten yourself into their computer system, and you'll get their home mailers, and you'll get extra coupons for the things that you're going to end up being there and needing, diapers and wipes and everything else. So do that. So that's already, you're signing up for a lot, I know, but formula checks, grocery store baby clubs, and registries at Target, Babies R Us. Those are the two big ones that a lot of folks go for. You can do the Bye Baby, but I wouldn't go there unless you were registering for an actual shower. Babies R Us and Target, we could use those coupons for things that we need on a regular basis. Most of us aren't heading to a general like Bye Baby kind of superstore after the baby's born. We're going there for the basics, the crib, and the things that you need before the baby gets here. So Anne asks, what's the best place to shop for baby? It kind of depends, Anne, on what we're looking for. So diapers and formula, hands down, coming from the drugstore. Drugstore deals are going to blow anybody's deals out of the water. I can usually get a pack of Huggies or Pampers diapers for around $3 in CVS after sales and after coupons. They win. By far, they win. So drugstores for our consumable baby gear. For other baby items, lately Target has been winning, giving big high value coupons off of baby gear and big sales. They just ran a big sale a couple weeks ago with 20% off most Graco car seats, 20% off most Chico car seats, and then cribs and other things were thrown in with that. If you're not going Target, then sometimes it's just online. Diapers.com is another one. I wouldn't really recommend getting diapers there because it's not going to beat the CVS price, but diapers.com sells other things, and they will occasionally from time to time run 25% and 30% off coupon codes that are good on the cribs and the car seats and everything else that they sell. So maximizing those online coupon codes with online deals, it's a really good way to save. Once you get into those larger purchases, many of them even have free shipping because you're meeting the threshold of the $50 purchase or whatever it was to earn free shipping. So that would be where I would point you for those two. And then clothing-wise for babies, hopefully you're kind of set. If this is your first baby, I wouldn't touch clothing. I would wait because you're gonna get so much at baby showers. If this isn't your first baby and you need a few things to kind of fill in the holes, I would head to consignment stores because babies are rough on clothes, and going and getting some super cute little outfits and super cute little dresses just to have them make it a massive mess the first time they wear it, it's not really worth it in the end. So we are coming into consignment sale season. This is a great time to be running out, even for larger items. Our swings, bouncy seats, a lot of those things for our twins, which were first, they came from consignment sales because the idea of buying 2 swings was way out of the question. We did get 2 bouncy seats. We had 1 swing. But our toddler beds, as our kids grew up, those came from consignment sales. Most consignment sales start here in March. So be on the lookout for them in your area and be ready to start catching some of those deals. Okay, let's see if we have. Alexandra says, what about the 10% off registry coupons like from Babies R Us? Are they worth waiting for? Alexandra, they can be. You know, honestly, I think what's the biggest one right now is Amazon. And when it's time to kind of complete your registry, Amazon will give you 20% off anything that you didn't get to help you complete your registry. So Amazon kind of wins in that end of the registry discount part. And again, not planning on having a shower, but I know that we need, a new car seat or something like that. Let's put it on an Amazon registry. And then a couple weeks before the baby comes, Amazon's going to send me a 20% off coupon code to finish off my registry. Perfect. That was the whole point anyway. Never planned on anyone buying what I stuck on that registry, was just doing it to take full advantage of the coupon that I knew would come later towards the end of the pregnancy. let's see. Teray says, I'm going out of town and need a stroller for a 5-year-old who's over 50 pounds. Is it cheaper to buy a stroller or to rent it through a vendor? You always talk about strollers. When is the next best time or price to buy a stroller? Teray, that's a tricky one because I don't know how long you want it. So if this is a stroller that I want like one time for this one trip, I don't know that you want to put a lot of money into that. If this is a stroller that long term you're wanting to grab and then use, maybe you're thinking, let's get a jogging stroller, let's start going on daily walks or whatever the case might be and pushing this 5-year-old, you can do that. And a lot of jogging strollers can handle that weight. I pushed around twins for years in a twin jogger. I don't know that my 5-year-old would sit in a stroller as long as I wanted her to, but she still would have been fine in a jogging stroller as well. So kind of going for a more beefed up stroller. I mean, obviously with a over 50 pound, it's not going to work in an umbrella stroller. I may push you though, if it's a one-time trip, to just say, let's rent it at the zoo, let's rent it at a vendor, or let's see if someone, where we're going, if I'm going to visit my sister-in-law or my mother-in-law, can she ask someone in her church? Does anyone have a jogging stroller that my daughter can borrow while she's in town? And just see what we can get that may be in the area just on loan for a couple days versus paying to rent as well. But I wouldn't buy unless you're wanting it long term and possibly for another child down the road. That's a really expensive purchase to get a stroller that can hold an over 50 pound weight, because you're talking about a basic jogger, single jogger, maybe 190 for one of the good brands that's going to be a decent stroller for that kind of weight. I don't know that you're going to want to do that for a short-term period. Okay. Brady says, I'm in Tennessee and I have a 10-month-old baby girl. My husband didn't understand the stock up method you use and thus didn't want me to stock up on diapers while pregnant. So now we're back to buying what we need each week. How can I catch up? I'm glad that he gets the point now. We have to get ahead of this. If my 2-year-old wasn't asleep, I would take you up and show you the top of her closet, which is already stacked full with size 1s and size 2s. So to get ahead, Brady, you're not going to like this, but the best way to get ahead is that you need to actually start to watch deals at more than one drugstore. So I only shop CVS predominantly. I haven't been in a Walgreens in probably a year. I will occasionally hit Rite Aid, but I predominantly only in CVS. If I'm behind on diapers, though, I've got to start catching the diaper deal in CVS and the diaper deal in Walgreens and the diaper deal in Rite Aid so that I'm not missing any that are out there. And they're all good. They're all decent deals. It's just the stress of needing to shop 3 drugstore deals. Now, thankfully, the diaper deals aren't every week, so I'm not all the time having to hit 3 drugstores. That would be very intense, but they do tend to come together. So when CVS runs a really good deal on diapers, so is Rite Aid. And Walgreens may follow them the next week, but I'm definitely going to be hitting more than one there for that time period. You're also going to want to go a little crazy when you find out that coupons are coming. I'll give you a heads up. We've got some new Huggies printable coupons coming this coming weekend, and you have some coming in your paper as well. So if I know they're coming, I need to get enough of them. The coupons that'll be printables are $2 off. We already have some that are $2 off. So just grabbing those when you see them so that you're ready to get the deals when they come up. The hardest part for you is that if I've got another baby on the way, which doesn't sound like you do, but just the minute that you do, if your current baby isn't out of diapers, getting caught up and getting stocked up is next to impossible. So you gotta work hard to kind of get caught up now, and work on sizes that you're not in is another big tip. So if you're in size 3s, we're gonna buy a couple 3s when they're on sale, but we're gonna start buying 4s. So we're getting ahead of the game and not just sticking in the size that we're in as well. But you definitely have to stock up, and I'm glad you mentioned that. So anyone that's listening and you're pregnant, you need to be buying diapers. And I did a post. Really, the easiest way to find it is to head to Pinterest or to Google Southern Savers and stocking up on diapers, because I wrote it a couple years ago. I'm a math person, so I laid out in that post exactly how many packs of diapers you need for each size based on the average weight gain of a baby. Now, it's going to differ. Some of you are going to, I read a story about some lady having a 14-pound baby last week in Florida. She's going straight to size 3. I don't have 14-pound babies. I have 6-pound babies. We're going to stick in a size 1 longer than someone else is, and I know that. But I need to be prepped for that. I also, just as a personal mom tip, don't waste your time in newborn diapers. They're almost the exact same size as size 1s, and there are less of them in a pack than there are in the size 1 pack. So don't get caught up into the newborn thing. The hospital will give you newborn sizes. Just tuck them away and bring them home with you, but don't buy numerous packs of newborns. Just start with size 1s unless you expect to have a preemie. Good luck there. Nobody sells preemie packs in local stores, so you're gonna have to do some searching. This was really hard for us when our twins were born. We had to find just the specific stores that sold preemies. At the time, I wasn't a couponer. Wish I was. Oh, the money that we wasted buying diapers for 2 babies, but can't look back. It's all about going forward from here on. But you need to start on all of that now. This isn't a we'll just do it when the baby gets here, because $2 for a pack of Huggies versus $10 for a pack of Huggies, there's really no question there. That's not a hard one to decide. We're gonna buy them when they're on sale, and we're gonna stock up on them. You just have to. Let's see. So in terms of formula deals, Becky's kind of sharing the same. Target and drugstores are for sure the best ways to save. Target recently had a $25 off a $100 purchase of baby. That was in the Target ad a couple of weeks ago. So pairing that with formula checks and whatnot, yeah, you do. You just want to go crazy. And remember that the formula doesn't expire that far out. Dry formula's got a pretty decent shelf life on it. So I can stock up on that too. I'm not having to buy that as we need it. You can have some in the pantry and you can be ready for it. One thing from a nursing perspective, I am a registered nurse by trade, is that a lot of doctors are going to tell you that you don't want to go switching up brands. So from the start, I kind of want to pick maybe 1 or 2, but I don't want to be a true deal hunter where I would tell you normally have no brand loyalties. Let's switch up our laundry detergent based on whatever's on sale. I can't do that in a formula department with a little tiny person's inside. So they need you to be more loyal. And that's where those formula checks are going to come in terms of making this much more affordable. You definitely want to go that route. So Becky's question, at what point during a pregnancy do you start stocking up on diapers? Becky, this is usually how my husband finds out we're pregnant. Very early in the pregnancy. It's okay. It's not a, unless you have a rough history of rough, pregnancies and miscarriages, maybe you want to wait. But for most of us, kind of the minute that you find out you're pregnant, it's okay to start buying some size 1s and some size 2s. Hold on to the receipts. If you're really, really concerned, you can always take them back. Any store will exchange them for store credit, even if you've lost the receipt. The same with sizes. So, Brady, if your husband's concern was, what if you get way too many size 1s, or what if you get way too many size 2s? Walmart, if I walk into Walmart with Huggies or Pampers, they will exchange them for a different size at any point. Honestly, a lot of us don't even buy them there. But CVS will do the same. So if I got them from CVS, I can walk right back into CVS and say, hey, I bought these. I don't have the receipt for them anymore, but I know I bought them here. I don't need size 1s. I need size 2s or size 3s. They will exchange them for you as long as you haven't opened the pack. So just do that, and don't panic about having too much of one size. It's pretty easy to fix in the end. Kyle asked about Amazon and the 20% off registry coupon that we mentioned earlier. Does it include diapers? For us, it did not when we used this last. It's usually just on equipment. So it's on your cribs and your car seats and monitors, just larger items that you're grabbing. But Amazon Mom and Subscribe and Save can help there. Amazon Mom does give you a discount on diapers. If you're brand new to Amazon Mom, you actually get a 50% discount on your first order, which is pretty huge. There's no cost to being part of Amazon Mom, so you might as well, if you want, take full advantage of that. The best way to get the best deals is Amazon Mom on top of Subscribe and Save. You can always cancel those subscriptions. You just have to start them when you first order the item. I would actually recommend that you cancel because they're still not the best deals on diapers. The best deals, I mean, they really are in the drugstores. And I know for some people, you just don't want to shop a drugstore. It just seems stressful, but just do it for the diapers. If that's all you do it for the diapers. Amazon just can't touch a $3 pack of Huggies. It just can't. And I don't care what size box you get. The bigger the box, it's not the bigger the deal. And that's hard for everyone, even outside of diaper land. You know, I know Brian's always on here. So for Brian's sake, I know you would agree with me, Brian, that it comes down to, I can't even go in for paper towels with that mentality. I can't go to Sam's and Costco with the goal of getting the largest pack of paper towels ever made because I don't have the best deal. The best deal is usually buying the smallest pack and using coupons on those smaller packs. This week, a great example for that's not diapers, but is paper goods, is CVS. CVS has great deals on Scott paper towels and toilet paper. So we went in, got 3 packs of paper towels and 2 packs of toilet paper after coupons and after extra care bucks that we had left over from last week. Paid $12 for 5 packages, 3 packs of paper towels, 2 of toilet paper, $12, and got back a $10 extra care buck. I can't do that in a warehouse store. So this is where the drugstores and buying the tiny size packages are the best deal possible, kind of across the board. So paper goods, diapers, all kinds of things are going to fit into that mindset. It's not bulk. So we got to go that route, definitely with diapers as well. Because, I mean, I'll tell you, as a mom of twins, I always thought that if you would just back a truck up to the back of our house, that we would finally have found a deal on diapers. But it's not right. It's just not how it works. The better deal is the smaller package. So hopefully that makes sense. So how do you stock up when most people have 2 coupons at a time for diapers and wipes? And what is a good price to stock up without a coupon? So Teray, hopefully you have a printer and Sunday papers. And with one computer and getting 2 Sunday papers, which is what I would encourage most people to do, at least 2. Beyond 2, it's your own call. But having those 2 Sunday papers and having 1 computer, you should be able to actually get numerous coupons because we're going to get diaper coupons for both Pampers and Huggies in the Sunday paper. Now you've got 2 of each every time it comes out. And I've got printable coupons for both Pampers and Huggies. Pampers is sweet because they give us coupons for all their different varieties, cruisers, swaddlers, little movers, or whatever they are. I think little movers is Huggies. I get them all mixed up. But they're going to give us multiple coupons for that. Huggies is going to give you Snug and Dry, Little Movers. They're all diapers. Who cares if it's made slightly different? So when it comes down to it, I've really got a bunch of coupons to use. The Huggies coupons that are coming out this weekend on coupons.com, you're going to have 4 different varieties to pick from that are all $2 off as well. So from one computer, I can print 2 of each of those offers. That's 8 right there. Drugstore wise, that's really where our limit comes in. So I have a ton of coupons available to me just from 1 computer and 2 newspapers. But the limit is the number that I can buy when they're on sale. So CVS puts them on sale and says buy $30 worth of baby items, mix or match, all these things that are part of it, get a $10 reward. The limit is 1. So I can't go in and buy 9 packs of diapers. I will have exceeded the $30 with about 3, maybe 4 packs. So that's why if you need a lot and you haven't stocked up, I'm going to have to shop multiple drugstores to be able to do that. Because I'm going to be limited in each one of them as to how many I can buy. Or I'm going to start to do the drugstores and some Target gift card deals on top of that. They're not the same. It's slightly more than buying them in the drugstore, but I'm going to go both routes. But I'm definitely going to have a lot of coupons. In terms of a stock up price, Teray, that's another one where I would tell you to go and look for the stocking up on diapers. Let me see if I can find it really quick, just to put a link in on chat. But in that post, I have my kind of how you go through and figure out what a buy price is. But I will tell you that this buy price list, so here's the link to the post in chat. The buy price list for diapers is including coupons. It's a pretty rare day for me to head into the store and buy diapers and not have a coupon for them, because that's like my goal, is to find all diaper coupons. And it may be that you also ask people that you work with or your husband works with. Not everybody needs diaper coupons. So if they're getting the Sunday paper, to say, hey, I know a Huggies coupon is coming out in this Sunday's paper. Would you mind cutting that for us and giving it to us at work on Monday? But you can get creative as to finding more of them when they're out there, definitely. Brady asked, did we have trouble kind of going back and forth on brands? You're strictly Pampers, and then you tried Up and Up and love them as well. And I've heard that many girls can have trouble with Huggies. We have all girls. We probably actually use Huggies more than Pampers because I can get Huggies cheaper than Pampers. We don't have issues and never have with Huggies. But yes, girls can have issues depending on what diaper you use. In all honesty, it's really going to be how often you're changing them. I mean, that's the real answer here on what's causing issues. So I would say we have never had issues changing up brands. We're strictly between Pampers and Huggies. Very rarely would we ever be a house brand. Huggies for us works. I will tell you that my 2-year-old loves baby powder on top of that, so that may be the case too, just to have cornstarch around, the cornstarch powder from Johnson & Johnson, which we can get super cheap. But no, we've never had an issue with that. That said, I know that there are some moms who are very adamant about their brand of diapers. I've never been a strong brand loyalist of pretty much anything. Just all about whichever one's cheaper. And my kids, I guess, have gotten used to that since they've been born as well. Which along that line, that's Candace's question right underneath you. Huggies usually has better deals. However, my kids have always needed Pampers. So Candace, we don't see Pampers quite the same price as Huggies in the drugstores, but we definitely see them close. Pampers usually gives us $1.50 off coupons. Huggies gives us $2 off coupons. But other than that, the deals are almost the same. So it's still buy 30, get $10 back. They're still on sale for about $8.99 a pack. I'm going to buy as much as I need to get to that $30. For us, it's not usually buying 4. So just to remember that big tip, it's that I don't need to go and get 4 packs and be way over the 30. I need to be as close to the 30 as I can get. But if those diapers are on sale for $9.99, buy 3. You're perfectly fine to be a few pennies short. The extra care buck will still print in CVS. That's the fun part about CVS. I don't have to have exactly 30. I can be within 5 to 10 cents off. You're going to be just fine. So for me, if those diapers were on sale for $8.99, I'm going to buy 3 packs and usually like a little pack of wipes that's also participating. Just look for something tiny that's participating so that I can get near that $30. But you're going to have a better deal on that too. Kyle, your question, how many of each size should I stock up on? I've been using the Honest Company and matching it with Retail Me Not to save, but it's still pricey. So Kyle, that would be another one where I would point you to this link that I put in chat, because I did at the bottom of that long post kind of went through and said you need this many size 1s and this many size 2s and so on down, and then be up for exchanging them as well. We have never used the Honest Company, so I don't necessarily know anything about the brand as to how it compares to the Huggies and Pampers national brands, but you can kind of figure out your buy price as to what you're spending. So, $50 for 200 diapers is still pretty steep. My buy price for diapers is going to be more like 11 cents or so, depending on the size that you're getting. But for younger babies, it's 11 to 14 cents for a size 1. I wouldn't be willing to pay the 25 cents for a diaper for that $200 out of $50 until you hit size 5. And we have tiny children. I've never had a child hit size 5. They always potty train before they do. But just so you're kind of watching that, no matter where you're getting the deal, that you create a buy price for yourself and use that post that I put in there to help you figure out where that buy price is. When do stores typically have big seasonal baby sales? It's the spring. So we see big sales on babies in the spring. And when you say, they do the trade-in event twice a year, it's exactly the case. They do it in the spring, and then they do it again in the fall. September, October, we'll see another push. We do not see big seasonal baby sales once Christmas season starts up. So I got to get it done before that 4th quarter, which is usually the beginning of October. So sometimes it's even August, September, excuse me. The reason for that is kind of, you have to think about conception and all of this. So a lot of babies are born, a lot of babies are conceived. We'll go back to that point during winter months. And then again, around spring months. So we have those 2 buckets as to when the sales come on for both of those items. So look for them February, March, April, and then look for them again August and September, with gaps around the summer and gaps around Christmas shopping. Okay, I think we may have hit most of your questions. Amy has a question on nursery furniture. So this goes back to kind of grabbing the deals when they pop up at Target. Target's had some from time to time, and then looking online, Amy. So diapers.com, other places like that will do 20% and 30% off coupon codes, using those coupon codes when they pop up to go ahead and finish out what you're needing. And then honestly, the best deals are if you're okay with going used and heading to consignment sales. So cribs, we can get a lot of that. There's only one item for a baby that you should never buy used, and that's a car seat. You just don't know the history on that car seat, how it's been taken care of. Just don't touch it. New car seat, you'll never forgive yourself if something did happen. But pretty much everything else, it's okay to buy used. Just make sure you do a little research, especially on the crib, for recalls. So don't walk into a consignment sale, grab it in 2 seconds and walk out the door. Let's walk into the consignment sale. Let's see what the brand is. Let's see if we can figure out what year it's from. And let's do a really quick Google search on your smartphone or somebody next to you's smartphone to see if there's been a recall on it. Some of them are super easy and super quick, and they may even show that they've had it. And some of them, if there is a recall, I just don't want to touch it. So once you've done that, you're good. Okay. I think we're good in terms of all of those baby questions that we've hit, and we've pretty much covered a ton in terms of saving on baby. I think there was a question before, so we're going to go back to Shirley at the top and kind of cover a general question and just switch modes. How many coupons typically come in the All You magazine? I just received mine today, and there isn't many. Shirley, it's gotten worse and worse. So like the January issue of All You had 3 coupons in it for groceries. The February issue had maybe 7 or 8. I actually just added those to the database today, so I'm trying to remember. Most of the ones that they've gone to in the past year have become online savings. They've become coupon codes. And in all honesty, we can find those without getting a magazine to tell us about them. Just Google the site that you're going to and the word coupon code, and you're gonna find a discount code for it. I don't need a magazine to tell me, and nor am I gonna go and find a magazine when I'm trying to shop online. So it's kind of strange in concept that that's the way they've gone. I would tell you, in terms of getting All You magazine, there are some good tips in there and some interesting articles about saving money, but the coupons are becoming less and less of a reason. That said, there is a deal on All You right now if somebody wants it. that it comes out to be 63 cents an issue, which is a really good price. And even if we only get 4 or 5 coupons in that issue, if you used one of them, you've paid for the issue. So if you were wanting to get it, this may be a great time. It's 2 years for $15. And I wrote a post, it'll go up in the morning tomorrow. So if you're just curious, you can just wait and read that one, or you can go and hunt for it tonight. I wouldn't pay more than $1 an issue ever. So 63 cents is a good price in terms of trying it out if you did want to go there. But the coupons really aren't that great anymore. And I would say on average, we're getting between $5 and $10 max a month ever. December did have a few more, but January was just sad. So glad to see a few more in February. Okay, let's see where we are. Sarah Gray says, the only stores I have available to me are Kroger and Target. What are your biggest tips for saving there? Now, Sarah Grace, I need one more bit of information from you so you can put it into chat, but where you live, because Kroger only doubles in the Tennessee, the Nashville, Tennessee area. If you're not in the Nashville, Tennessee area, which I'm going to assume you aren't based on the 2 stores you're telling me, because Nashville has a lot more grocery stores, then your Kroger does not double coupons. There are still sales to be had there, though, because Kroger does run mega events, which is where I buy 10 participating items and I get $5 off instantly. So if I'm using a Kroger mega event and I'm just shopping like the key deals in there, I'm going to get some really good grocery deals from that. I probably would push you to buy most of your groceries in Kroger and most everything else in Target. And the reason for that is that Target's grocery prices are horrid. When they have a good grocery sale, I'm limited because usually the grocery sale is good because I have a cartwheel coupon or because I have a store coupon that pairs in with it. And I can't use more than 1 store coupon per transaction. I can only use the cartwheel on 4 items. So I'm not able to stock up and get enough for 6 weeks on a great sale in Target most of the time. So I'm going to more push you to Kroger for most of your grocery items. Or if you had a Walmart, I hate saying this, but if I have a Walmart, Walmart will price match any store within a 50-mile radius. And so for some folks that are in a tiny area that only have a couple options, that ends up opening up some grocery stores that are much further out that never would have been an option. They'll actually price match those right at the register. And maybe that's the case for you. Maybe that opens up Publix or another store when we go to that 50-mile radius, because now I could get all of the BOGO deals that I would have gotten at Publix in Walmart. I'm not going to get Publix's doubling or Publix's store coupons, but I at least have the BOGO sale, which has beaten the Walmart price. So when Publix, I'm going to give you an early heads up here. It's already in the ad that's gone up, but Publix this coming week will have Beneful Healthy Smile dog treats, buy one, get one. And they're unadvertised this week, but it's going to be buy one, get one next week. It makes them $2.14 a bag. The Walmart price for those treats is more like $2.98. So the Publix price regularly would be way higher than Walmart, but we're not buying the Publix price. We want to buy the sale price. But even if I head into Walmart, I now have beaten the regular Walmart price by price matching the Publix price. So either way, I'm getting a better deal by using that Publix sale. And maybe you can do that, Sarah Grace, by doing that 50-mile radius, or someone else listening could. Heads up, Thursday morning, there will be a very good new coupon that pairs in with that and makes dog treats cost 14 cents. It's just early look at what's coming in the printable world. So I get dog treats, 14 cents this week, or starting Thursday with a new printable coupon. But even if I'm heading to Walmart, I'd still be able to get that deal. I could price match the Publix BOGO deal and use the $2 off coupon. So that may open up a third store for you just because there are 97 million Walmarts in this world. If it doesn't, if it truly is going to be Kroger and Target for you, then it's going to be groceries in Kroger and it's going to be everything else in Target, paper goods, so on and so forth. Hopefully you have a drugstore, but if you don't, then it's truly all going to be groceries from Kroger and everything else from Target. Karen says, do you know where you can find the thick cloth underwear to use for training? We got most of ours from Target. They sell them in the baby section, and they're Gerber. They're sold by Gerber, so grab those. And then our Target didn't have a lot of choices, but they do sell some that have plastic liners around that. So it's inside the little cloth pair of panties, thick cloth, but with a small plastic liner, which is wonderful to save your couch from rough moments. I grabbed a couple of those at Target, but that ended up kind of like buying them out. They only had one or two. So we hopped on Amazon for the rest, and it was the same exact price as the price in Target. Let's do a general CVS question. Can you combine the percentage off email coupons, such as 20% off your entire purchase, with coupons from the coupon machine? Yes and no, Sarah. So I can combine them. Let's say on Thursday, I open up my email, I have a 20% off my total purchase coupon. I can use that with a $1 off 2 store coupon, or a $2 off store coupon, a $4 off $10 purchase store coupon for specific items. So like today, one printed for me for $4 off $15 in Revlon. I can pair that with a 20% off sale. I cannot pair, and it won't work if you try, or it hasn't for me anyway. I cannot pair the 20% off email coupon off my total purchase with another % off coupon. So one that also printed today for me was 30% off clinical deodorant. I could not walk in and use those two together, but I could use it with a $1 off as well. Just be careful on those % off coupons. They can't be good on sale items, but they are still good on things that print extra care bucks that aren't on sale. And the same for the percentage offs that are printing at the coupon centers. That 30% clinical deodorant clearly says not valid on sale or clearance items. This week, though, there are numerous clinical deodorants that are printing $1 an extra care buck. They're full price. I can go in, I can get 30% off of them, and I would still get the $1 extra care buck. So you just want to keep your eyes open for deals that are still full price to use that % off coupon on. And there's a number of them. There are still some great deals to be had using them. So that's Brady's exact question too. I've got the 20% off email coupon going in. Really, Brady, the best way to do it, if you're using the Southern Savers list, if you see on the Southern Savers list, and I'm going to pull it up really fast so I can give you some examples of this week while we're chatting about it. As I'm seeing the list, if I see something that doesn't have a price next to it on the general line of that item, but you start to see some prices below it, and I don't mean our BOGO, like buy one, get one 50% offs. Let's see if we have anything that's popping up. Everything appears, there we go. L'Oreal Cosmetics this week is on sale. $5, oh, it's not on sale actually. $5 in extra care bucks when you buy 2 L'Oreal Cosmetics, limit 1. And that's how the ad reads. I think I can actually, well, I don't know. Might be tricky to try to share my screen. But if you go over there and you look at the CVS list, you'll see L'Oreal Cosmetics towards the section. L'Oreal Face Care is below that at 10 off 30. And then below that, you'll see some prices that I've put in, and that's really in-store prices just to give you an idea. But those items are not on sale. So I could go in, I could buy 2 L'Oreal Cosmetics, any 2. Let's take the eyeshadow, for example. I could buy that eyeshadow. It's regularly $4.99. It's not on sale. I can use my 20% off coupon. I'm still going to earn the $5 extra care buck. Plus, I could still use 2 $1 off printable coupons on eye products or on the L'Oreal just generic products. It's getting better and better kind of as the list goes down, or the list of coupons you're going to use. So you're going to end up getting them very cheap after the 20% off and the $5 extra care buck when you buy 2, because they're full price. So that's what you're looking for, is an item on the CVS list on Southern Savers that doesn't have a price listed on the main line of the deal. If you see items listed underneath with little prices, that's just me telling you store prices. But because the ad had no prices listed, It's not on sale. CoverGirl is the same deal this week, 5 extra care bucks when you buy $15 worth. It's not on sale. If the coupon center was printing a 4 off 12 and any cosmetics, you could still use that. You could still use your 20%, and the deal's getting better and better. So don't chunk those 20% thinking they aren't good. And one other tip on those emails is if I'm not going to go in the end of the week, I always go in on Monday. Monday is my CVS day. I take my children to ballet, and while they are at ballet, I go to CVS. I'm going to wait. I always open up my CVS emails on Friday, sometimes Saturday morning, print the coupon, and it will be good into Monday or Tuesday, depending on when you printed it. If I open it on Thursday, it's going to expire on Sunday. I don't want it to expire on Sunday. I want to stretch it out into next week. So that's a big tip for you in terms of getting them onto another week and another set of sales for you. Kyle asked another good question on diapers, because we haven't even talked about it. Cloth diapers. Decided against it because of the price. Is there any way to save on them, or would you recommend against it? Now, Kyle, I'll kind of say, I have a lot of friends who are very organic. They love their cloth diapers. And they would tell you, die hard, this is the way to go, and you're going to save money. In all of the math that I've done in our years now of having multiple children after couponing, I don't see the savings in it. It's going to be almost the same, if not diapers winning in the final amount that you spend, if you're good at finding the deals. Now, if you're not good at finding the deals and you're going to give up and totally order bulk off of Amazon, cloth is going to win. But if you're going to deal hunt and you're going to find the best deals out there, cloth isn't going to win, but it's going to be a neck and neck competition there. I would tell you some of the best deals don't exist anymore. They used to allow you to get used cloth diapers. So when I had my twins before they were born, I was insistent we were going to do cloth diapers. Yeah, we did that for a week, and it was the worst decision that I ever made in my life because I had no sleep and there were just diapers everywhere from 2 babies. I was not made to do cloth diapers. We never used them. But what we'd gotten off of eBay. Now, nobody allows you to buy used cloth diapers anymore. And I know that's weird to even think of, but they're incredibly expensive, and we were incredibly poor. You're going to do what you have to do. You can wash them a million times. They're just fine. But I would try to do some hunting. See if you can get on some swap boards. See if you can find some deals. Even on Zulily, sometimes they'll pop up on children's daily deal sites for various cloth diapers. Just don't be brand loyal on them either. We're going to take whatever brands we can kind of get in the cloth diaper world, and you can get some savings on getting that initial stock of them. And that's kind of what Grace is saying too, going Craigslist or eBay, except I haven't found, Grace, that many of them do. Craigslist, you can definitely get secondhand. eBay was pulling secondhands off after my girls were born. I could never find them anymore. But maybe for covers. I just don't know if you could for the actual diapers. Oh, you can. Okay. Well, I guess it's there, but for me, when I tried to look again in later years, could never find used. But if you are, maybe they're just going fast. Maybe that's the problem. So Teray saying, I thought Walmart didn't match BOGO deals, only regular sales. They do match a buy one, get one, Teray, so don't ever let them tell you that at the register. The fine print in their section is that it has to be a BOGO deal that has the price listed, which most of them do. So if you look at the Publix weekly ad, it'll say, Beneful Healthy Smile dog treats, buy one, get one, save up to $4.29. So that's the price for 2 of them. And that's what they're going to match it at. So they're going to do a buy one, get one at $4.29 in the store. The Walmart price for those treats may again be $2.98, but just remember it's going to ring up one at $4.29 and one at free. So you've still come out ahead. Walmart does a true BOGO match. Unlike Publix, where Publix, I am just getting a big 50% off sale. So to match a buy one, get one deal in Walmart, I do have to buy them in increments of 2, and they're going to limit you to 4 total in most stores. So be ready for that too. But I can still get the deal as long as that price is listed. I'm on week 4 of a new CVS card, and my online account still does not show any offers that will print for me at the coupon machine, and the coupon machine does not print anything for me except the few things in the ad that it's supposed to print. When will this get better? Brady, it should honestly get better any day now. You're like at the end of the turnover period before they start loading things based on what you've been purchasing. So just, I would say, give it another week. If it doesn't start to do anything, you could try to call corporate and even tell them, hey, I have a CVS card. It's not printing anything when I go to the coupon center. I think this thing's broken, that kind of thing, and see what they can do in terms of pushing it through. But you probably are right there at the threshold of when it's going to finally kick in and start to give you a lot. Okay, so we hit everything. Oh, and Brian chimed in on the 20% off with a 30% off and said that that did work for him to use it with a 30% off lotion and a 20% email. So it could just be store to store. For me, it refused it and it kicked it out. And that can be a very difficult thing to even catch when you check out in CVS because of the way that they now do CVS coupons. So as you're scanning all your coupons, CVS store coupons actually will say pending, pending, pending. And then it will decide at the very end which one it wants to take. And if the cashier doesn't tell you what it kicked out or what it didn't, you're kind of clueless as to what just went down because it doesn't show you on the little tiny screen, but more than 1 or 2 coupons. You're going to be a little lost as to what went through. For me, it didn't work, and we had to go through and try to figure out what one didn't work to decide that it was that one. But I'm glad for you, Brian, it did, and who knows, maybe it's just a case-by-case basis. But hopefully for other folks it'll work too if you try it. Okay, I think I've hit everything. If I've missed your question, I don't know, jump up and down, do some things that I can see it. Okay, one other thing that we didn't touch on for babies is baby food, not formula, just food. And this is one where, like with cloth diapers, I'm going to tell you it comes out to be dead on even. Baby food, no way that this comes out to be dead even. You just need to make your own. I can get some deals on food from time to time. I can get some pouches and whatnot that'll be super duper cheap, but I'm not going to be able to get enough baby food in those moments. I'm not going to have enough coupons because the ones that are going to make the best deals on pouches are the 50 cents off one. I need 10, 15 pouches to get us through just a couple days in terms of baby food needs. If you aren't making your own, you're not going to have that many 50 cent off one coupons. So making your own, folks always ask me, what kind of equipment do you need to do? Please do not buy into needing to buy baby food maker equipment. If you have a fork, you can mash food. You can feed them what you're eating at the table. Obviously not going to work for super duper little folks that are just starting out on solids, but you can mash up, you know, anything in that sense. And a blender works great too. So if you already have a blender in your house, you don't need to go and get a food processor or something more intense to do this. It's going to work just fine. You know, we make a roast every Sunday for Sunday lunch, and for almost every single one of our girls, they have all had roast just thrown into a blender. It does not look great, but they devour it. So they get meat, they get gravy, they get potatoes, they get carrots. It's all in the blender. Comes out looking amazing, but they will eat it up in a heartbeat, and we didn't have to buy anything or do anything different. We're just feeding them what we are feeding ourselves as we're eating dinner. So it's going to save you time in the end. And then the other thing that I would push you to get is ice cube trays. So as you make your own baby food, that you've put it all in the blender, you have extra from your Sunday roast that you blended, then take all of those ice cube trays and line them up and divvy up the food in each of the individual units, shove them in the freezer. When they're frozen, then bust the ice cube tray and put them in Ziploc bags and you're set. It's just the perfect way to have an individual 1 ounce serving. And then if I want to serve you a meal and have a little bit of peas and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, we grab a couple different ice cubes, put them on a tray, thaw them out, and you have dinner. So it's very inexpensive as opposed to buying your own baby food. Now, there have been some questions on Savings Tracker, which I think was even at the top too, now that I see your question mentioning it. So Dawn asked a question in terms of savings tracker for Target. And Dawn, you may have even emailed me on this and I didn't email you back yet. I recently got one on this question. Target can be very confusing because Target doesn't break down any kind of store sale or anything on their receipts as to how much you saved and how much you spent. That part you obviously know, but not down to the coupon side of things. So for Target, for me, when it comes down to savings tracker, there is one thing you can do. The cashier knows, they can see it on the screen how much you saved before you walk away. So I always ask them before I walk away, can you tell me what that total savings was? If they didn't, it's right there for them on the screen. And then I jot it down when I get in the car so I can remember. If they can't, then it may just be where you kind of enter the receipt and in your mind, in a sense, ballpark it if you didn't catch whatever they told you, because your receipt will show, and I wish I could find a Target receipt now. I was there last week, but I think I probably threw them all away. The receipt will show what the discount was, but you're going to have to go back and do a lot of math on that to figure it all out as the products go down. Especially like the buy one get ones and whatnot, those are all going to show up, or the buy two get ones, the discount is there. But it's asking that cashier as you're checking out, what was my total savings? That's going to be your hands down easiest way to go. And maybe you don't use the coupon versus savings breakout, because you don't have to. You can put it all in one of those boxes and leave the other box empty. The breakout is really in case you were curious. How much should I save because of coupons and how much should I save because of the sale? But in terms of general math, the system just needs to know how much did you spend and how much did you save, no matter how you did it. Hopefully that will help if you have gotten that number from them. Target's the only one that folks have questions with on the savings tracker, so I don't think I've ever done a post on how to enter receipts. There is one thing that we're about to add to savings tracker because folks asked for the ability to be able to track rebates, like I bought a checkout 51 or however else you asked for that. So we're working on adding that column to the savings tracker, which it's not as hard as it sounds. The hardest part is getting it all to fit in the window and to fit on the mobile app. So we're playing around with that so that it looks right, but it will be there soon, hopefully. Let's see. So Brady is saying, one last thing drugstore wise, since we've done a lot of drugstore tonight, is don't forget, and this is my tip to anyone, if your store closes at night, this is CVS, it's not a 24-hour CVS, you can actually buy Sunday's deals on Saturday. So you can talk to your store manager, you can find out when the ad goes live in that store. Some of them will tell you and some of them will just kind of ignore you, but if that store closes, they do go live, usually by 6 p.m. and both ads are live, which is what Brady's saying. So to try to follow me on that, I go in, it's Saturday night, it's 5 p.m. Saturday's ad that has been running all week long is still running until the store closes. Sunday's ad has already begun. So I can actually shop 2 weeks of the drugstore in one trip. So Grace, right above Brady, you're saying, I have 3 kids under the age of 4. Getting out all the time to do these deals isn't really possible. That's a great way to maximize your time. And for my husband and I, sometimes date night ends at CVS because of that. Like, hey, we're out and there aren't any children with us. Let's go to CVS. This can be fun. We can turn it into date night. Just a small portion of date night anyway. But definitely taking advantage of that so that you're getting both weeks. Now you're shopping on Saturday night. So like this week, there's free Arm & Hammer spin brush toothbrushes after coupons, but by Saturday night, they're gonna be sold out. Get a rain check. Remember that CVS rain checks never expire, and they will print the extra care bucks that should have printed today 5 years from now, whenever you come back into the store. So I don't have to get everything from this week's ad. I can get rain checks from this week's ad. I can get all of next week's deals, but now I don't have to come back for 2 weeks. I've kind of solved that problem. I'll use some of my rain checks when I come back. I'll get new rain checks and I'll grab some of the deals that are still in stock. Can I price match Ulta deals at Walmart? I live in Kentucky. I do have a Walgreens. Best way to save on cosmetics. So Walgreens is probably going to work if you're cool with just the basic drugstore cosmetics, Revlon, CoverGirl, Maybelline, those brands. If you're looking for something a little more than those brands, then yes, Walmart will price match Ulta, but I would recommend bringing that ad in the store with you just to help you on that if Walmart sells those brands. Walgreens, however, is going to have some very good deals on cosmetics. This week they have some good deals on cosmetics as well, paired with a bonus of 5,000 balance rewards when you buy, I want to say it's a $30 purchase. They change it up. Sometimes it's 25, sometimes it's 30. And I've long forgotten the Walgreens ad. But I could go in, kind of stock up in a sense on cosmetics all in one purchase, use a bunch of coupons, use store coupons. As long as my purchase was the required purchase, I'm going to earn those extra 5,000 balance rewards, which is $5 on top of everything else that I would have earned from buying the cosmetics. So Walgreens will still have some good deals. It may not be my favorite, but if it's all you've got, you go with what you got because it's definitely better than not having anything. Yes, and Brian has a great example as to why we would want to shop early. So we had a coupon that ended Saturday for $2 off Colgate Power Brush products. Well, Colgate Power Brush would be free starting Sunday at CVS, but the coupon expired on Saturday night. Well, if your CVS it closes, it's not a 24-hour CVS, I can use that Saturday expiring coupon on Saturday and get Sunday's deal. It's a great example as to why I would want to do that. Not to mention the whole, you don't have to go to CVS as often, shopping 2 sales, but it does make for fun deals when the expiring coupons line up perfectly with the oncoming sales. And there are many times I wish the grocery stores did this because your grocery stores, your coupons will expire the day before it starts and you just long to have them. So let's hit 2 more that are here, or 1 more at least. And Alexandra has a question on breast milk pads and storage bags. We have seen a couple deals recently. Target, when they did that $25 off a $100 purchase, they actually included these products in it. They don't always do that. But Lansano and Gerber both make storage bags. Interesting for me that Gerber does, but they do put out coupons. So grabbing those coupons when they put them out, and Target does put gift card deals behind the Lansano brand. Very rarely do they put it behind the Medela brand. So if you're wanting Medela storage bags, you're not going to find them, but you will see them on those brands, specifically at Target. Possibly at Babies R Us. I'm not always there for baby deals because the deals tend to be much better in Target anyway. I just don't even head in, but you'll see them in Target. Okay. I think we've hit everything. We were a lot on baby tonight, which is fine. And then we're going to do this again next week. Is my plan. I may have to make some changes to that due to a trip possibly working out with Dollar General. I'll know a little bit more in a couple days. But our plan is every Monday night for the rest of February, and we won't take a week off until more into a couple weeks in March. So join me with whatever questions you have, and feel free to invite anyone else that's trying to get into this so that we can try to rope them in and convince them that it's really not that hard. It's really not. This is pretty easy, guys. So if anything, you're all stoked up and ready for diaper deals, and some do start at CVS next week. You can get a super cheap deal on Pampers. CVS has, I guess before we hop off, let me tell you that if you're not Pampers, pull-ups. If you need pull-ups, then go ahead and print a new CVS coupon for pull-ups that has come out on CVS's website, and I'm looking for the direct link to help you find that. But I'm coming up short. So just go to cvs.com and click on coupons at the top. There's a new pull-ups coupon for $2 off $10 purchase that is a CVS store coupon. It can be paired with manufacturer's coupons, and we're going to see pull-ups come up on sale next week. So you've got it all and you're ready for the sale. So be ready. And then you're set and good to go. We all have a good night, and I will chat with you next week. Same time, same place.